So let's orient you to what you're seeing on the screen here before we get started. This is Ruby's layout. Ruby can organize his layout however he likes, or his admin can do it for him through the Cloud9 portal. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see Ruby's direct lines. These are the shoutdowns we talked about that he'll be using to connect with his traders. Cloud9 supports all traditional line types, including shoutdowns, ringdowns, intercoms, and hoots. And on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see his dial tone lines, those Zoom phone numbers that we talked about, which again, you'll be seeing him use in a minute here. So, shall we show everyone in the demo?
Yeah, if everyone's ready, all the assistants in the audience, we'll get into it. So, Ishan, can you call JT, please?
Hey, Ruby.
Hi, JT. I'm going to stick you on a box. Have you got anything that I can work on this afternoon?
I need you to be 8-bid on 10,000 units.
So 8-bid on 10,000 units, I'll set that for you. Thank you very much. I'll come back to you when it's filled. I'm 8-bid on 10,000 units.
Hi, Ruby. I can sell you 5,000 at 8.
5,000 done at 8, Morgan with Aspen.
I say 5,000 at 8.
Oh, 5,000 done with you, Harry. I'll put the name on your Symphony chat. Hi, guys. I'm off that price, filled at 8.
Oh, I just missed it. Please let me know if you need any more.
I mean, I will. I'll come back to you when it's done, if I get any more. Thanks very much. Hi, JT. I've managed to fill that order. You've done 10,000 at 8. I'll put the details on our Symphony chat.
Thanks, mate.
Bonjour, Ruby.
Hey, bonjour. Can you book a trade for me, please? We've just traded 10,000 units at 8. Aspen Capital pays. Acme gave him 5,000, and Order Tree Management gave him 5,000.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks very much. Okay, that concludes that workflow, and it was a lot easier than I remember it to be.
Great job, guys. So that was a really amazing demo, but I think the audience may have been a little fast for them. So why don't we do the demo actually again? But this time we're going to slow it down, and we're going to talk about each action that Ruby takes when he does it, so that way we can explain a little bit more about what you've just seen.
Okay, so let's get back into it. So let's call JT.
Hey, Ruby.
Hi, JT. I'm going to put you on a box. Have you got anything I can work on this afternoon?
I need you to be 8-bid on 10,000 units.
Thanks very much. I'll let you know when that's filled.
Okay, so let's pause there. What we just saw is Ruby called JT using a dial tone line. Now, he did something called boxing on. Boxing on is when Ruby takes that line and pins it up on his layout so that he can use it like a shoutdown. He's able to click into that line and talk with JT, and JT's voice will come through whenever JT has something to say. So this is just one example of some of the flexibility that Mike was talking about earlier. This is allowing Ruby to meet his customer where his customer is. And Box On is also powered by Cloud Dial Tone, which we talked a little bit about earlier. This is, again, allowing Ruby to bring all of his telephony into one single interface.
Let's get the rest of it done then. So, hi, I'm 8-bid on 10,000 units.
Hi, Ruby. I can sell you 5,000 at 8.
5,000 done, Morgan with Aspen.
Yeah, Ruby, I say 5,000 at 8.
5,000 done, Harry. I'll stick a name on the Symphony chat. I'm off that field at 8.
Oh, I missed it again. Let me know if you want any more.
I really thought you were going to get it this time, Min. No, thanks very much.
Okay, so there, Ruby used a group broadcast. A group broadcast allows Ruby to broadcast up to 16 of his counterparties at the same time. So he can broker that order. They can each come back to him individually. Now, one thing I also want to point out there is you might have noticed a sound difference between the audio from the people he just spoke with and his call with JT. And that has to do with that users within the Cloud9 community are taking advantage of Cloud9's ability to deliver wideband audio, which is a very high quality audio, allows you to clearly hear the counterparty.
So let's close this out. Hey, JT, I managed to trade that for you. You've done 10,000 units at 8. I will put the names on your Symphony chat.
Thanks, mate.
Bonjour, Ruby.
Hey, bonjour. Can you book a trade for me, please? Aspen Capital pays 8 for 10,000 units. He gets 5,000 from Acme. He gets 5,000 from Auditory Management.
All done.
Thank you.
Okay, and finally what we saw there is Ruby using an intercom from his Cloud9 interface and calling his back office. And you noticed, of course, that Symphony popped up here, and there the back office was receiving that call on Symphony Instant Voice. Now, last year, Innovate, we showed you how Instant Voice helps you connect your hybrid remote teams. But this year, we're showing you how we brought together the Cloud9 and the Symphony communities into one, so that way, both, again, Ruby and his back office can talk to one another, and neither has to leave their preferred interface.
So you remember at the top of this, we called JT and we boxed him on. JT's Aspen Capital now is part of the C9 community. So this gives an option for us to actually get a connection directly to him that we can have every day. We don't have to go connect looking for it. So if we put Aspen Capital into our community, we'll find his company, we'll find the group that he's part of, and we can send him an invitation. So on the button label for your firm, I put JT, that's the label I will see. Button label for the counterparty firm, we'll call it Ruby. We select a page to place this on, which I'll put it on page 2. And that done button sends the invitation directly to JT. And when this button lands, it's not only just open to JT to connect with, this is a one-to-one button, but it will also be accessible for his colleagues and also by my colleagues. So we can extend this out to other people within our firms.
That's a really quick and easy way to connect with your counterparty. In a traditional system, it could take you weeks to get that same thing done between getting the turret installed, getting the private lines laid in, as well as programming the button. So can we prove to everyone that that button actually works?
Hey, JT.
Hey, Ruby.
Hey, mate.
Still here.
Thanks very much. Appreciate you coming back.
Quality is great.
Great, thank you.